Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I've decided to be much more consistent with this channel as well, and I'll make sure to upload on a weekly basis from now on, so hopefully you'll join me in this new journey. I've decided to kick it off with my new keyboard, the Corsair K100, and even though it was launched back in 2020, I still think that this keyboard is a good successor to the popular K95. Right out of the box, you get a keyboard that undoubtedly continues Corsair design language, like the macro keys on the side with different texture from the rest of the keyboard, a brushed aluminum finish that looks amazing as long as you can keep it clean, and overall a good build quality. All the good things that made me fall in love with my old K95. The upgrade comes in the small things. For starters, this is the most RGB keyboard that Corsair ever made. In fact, it has 44 different RGB zones for customization. The top RGB strip is no longer visible, and the keyboard now throws the bottom lighting that gives a very pleasant ambient effect. The design is fairly slim for a full-size keyboard that have that extra set of macro keys. And finally, we get a double-shot PBT keycaps, a must-have for $230 if you ask me. Now, when I saw that iCue wheel on the top, I really thought I needed this, which turned out a bummer later on. Obviously, it has a lot of uses depending on what you choose to set in the software, but most of the time I used it to zoom into things or control the keyboard lighting. There's a few presets that comes in the iCue software, and you can even make some on your own, but I really wish that Corsair would update their iCue software to fit 2021 standards, or 2020 for that matter. Anyways, I'm sure that anyone could find at least one thing to do with this new feature set, but it's not a must-have like I thought it was. I'm happy to say though that Corsair really stepped it up in the comfort zone, starting with the included armrest. It has a memory foam with a flush feeling to it, super cozy, and looks pretty good as well in my opinion. The keys themselves also played a big role here, and Corsair finally gave us what I think is expected from a high-end keyboard that costs $230. Double-shot PBT keycaps. These are much more durable than the standard ABS keycaps, and they also have a better sound to them, one that completes the mechanical keyboard experience. Now, this is the first time for Corsair with optical keys, and they went, of course, with their own development. It's called OPX, and these switches are definitely interesting. Their operation pressure is 45 grams, and it actuates at only 1 millimeter away with total kick travel of 3.2 millimeters. According to Corsair, these switches have a lifespan of 150 million clicks, but more importantly, because it's an optical key, it's based on infrared, which means it also completely eliminates the key chattering I have in my own K95. I'm sure that some of you want to know how it feels while gaming, so given that the switches are very similar to a red cherry, the feeling is great, but not something that will blow your mind away. And the fact that this keyboard have 4000 Hz polling rate and 1 millimeter of key travel doesn't make me a better player. It might do some justice once we will have a 500 or 1000 Hz monitors, but for now, it only gives Corsair some bragging rights and nothing else. Personally, I wish that Corsair would make such a keyboard with brown keys or something similar. I really miss that tactile feel and bounce that comes from higher operating pressure, especially while typing. The iCue software is good enough. You can control everything, starting from RGB lighting, macro recording, keyboard setting like polling rate selection, and a lot more. I do think though that Corsair really need to refresh the look of it and make it more intuitive. Now, if you don't like using a software, there are some pre-applied presets to try from, and you can also use macro recording directly from the keyboard itself. Though, if you really want to enjoy that 4000 Hz polling rate, you must change it within iCue. I'm pretty satisfied with the Corsair K100, and as you can see for yourself, I even decided to upgrade myself for my old and dirty K95. I really hope you liked this video, and if you do, make sure to hit that like button on the way out, or even consider subscribe to see more tech stuff coming your way really soon. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you in the next one.